Hey there, fellow time travelers. Who remembers the good old days of television when the world was black and white and a talking horse named Mr. Ed stole the show? If you're nodding your head with a smile, you're in for a nostalgic ride. Let's rewind to 1961 when the airwaves echoed with the clippity-clop of hooves and the unmistakable voice of everyone's favorite equine conversationalist. Did you perch on the edge of your seat, glued to the screen, soaking in the absurdity and charm of Mr. Ed? Or perhaps you caught reruns years later, sharing laughs with a new generation. Whatever your timeline, I want to hear your tales from the living room. Did you have a favorite character, a moment that had you in stitches, or an inexplicable fondness for that catchy theme song? Spill the beans, because reminiscing about the classics is like taking a trip down memory lane with an old friend. Now, let's trot down the path of nostalgia and explore some random tidbits about the show that might just make you appreciate Mr. Ed even more. Ready to dive into the fascinating behind-the-scenes world of this iconic series? Well, saddle up, my friend, because we're about to embark on a journey through time and television magic. And without further ado, let's unveil the secrets, the quirks, and the sheer brilliance that made Mr. Ed a timeless gem. Get ready for some surprising revelations about your favorite talking horse and the humans who shared the screen with him. But for now, it's your turn. What's your fondest memory of Mr. Ed? Share it with us, and let's weave a tapestry of nostalgia together. Now, without keeping you on the edge of your seat any longer, let's unravel the mysteries behind the scenes of Mr. Ed, a show that trotted its way into our hearts and left hoofprints on the sands of television history. So, grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's journey back to a simpler time. Alan Young's lucrative venture, ownership stake in Mr. Ed, pays off in the annals of television history. The 1961 series Mr. Ed remains a notable entry, not just for its quirky premise of a talking horse, but also for the financial windfall it brought to its star, Alan Young. Contrary to the common practice of actors merely drawing a salary, Young reportedly owned a slice of the show, a move that proved immensely lucrative. The show's success was not confined to its original network run. The magic of Mr. Ed extended into syndication, creating a continuous revenue stream for Young. The syndication, coupled with the show's popularity during its network tenure, significantly contributed to Young amassing substantial wealth from his ownership stake. A horse that talked brought not just fame but fortune to its human counterpart. Young's financial success stands as a testament to the enduring popularity of Mr. Ed, which found a lasting place in the hearts of viewers. Beyond the entertainment value, the series became a smart investment for Alan Young, elevating him beyond the status of a mere actor to that of a savvy businessman in the world of television. While the show's premise of a talking horse garnered attention, behind the scenes, it was Young's ownership stake that quietly transformed a sitcom into a financial triumph. As television entered the 1960s, Mr. Ed emerged as not just a quirky show but a shrewd investment that enriched its leading man. In 1961, the TV series Mr. Ed trotted onto screens with a unique premise. Sponsored originally by the Studebaker Corporation, the show featured their cars and trucks. Studebaker's involvement went beyond mere branding. They supplied the vehicles that became integral to the plot. One interesting tidbit, Mr. Ed, the talking horse, had a rather discerning taste in conversation. He only spoke to Wilbur, played by Alan Young, because, according to the show's logic, Wilbur was the only person worth conversing with. This quirky dynamic added a layer of humor to the series, making Wilbur and Mr. Ed an iconic duo. However, the show faced a shakeup during its third season. Larry Keating, who played Wilbur's neighbor Roger Addison, sadly passed away. To fill the void, Ames stepped into the role. This change marked a significant transition in the series, but Mr. Ed continued to captivate audiences with its unique blend of humor and absurdity. And that's the scoop on the Studebaker sponsorship, Mr. Ed's selective conversations, and the casting shift in the third season. Mr. Ed wasn't just a talking horse, it was a snapshot of the television landscape in the early 60 seconds. In 1961, the TV series Mr. Ed hit the screens, featuring a unique main character, a talking horse. Contrary to popular belief, Mr. Ed's daily diet wasn't a lavish spread. He consumed a straightforward 20 pounds of hay, complemented by a gallon of sweet tea. This unusual culinary routine added a quirky touch to the show's behind-the-scenes details. Interestingly, the show's nomenclature wasn't originally geared towards its human star. Alan Young, who played the lead role, opted against having the show bear his name. His reasoning was clear. He didn't want to shoulder the blame if the series flopped. Consequently, the show was christened Mr. Ed, placing the equine protagonist in the spotlight. Beyond the scripted interactions, Alan Young and Mr. Ed formed a genuine off-screen camaraderie. Even after the show concluded, Young continued his connection with the equestrian star. Regular visits to Lester Hilton's ranch, where Mr. Ed resided, saw Young saddle up and ride the horse. This offset friendship added a personal touch to the professional collaboration. In essence, Mr. Ed wasn't just a show, it was a confluence of intriguing details, from the horse's humble diet to the deliberate naming choice, and the lasting friendship between its human and equine stars. The series may have concluded, but its legacy lives on through these unique tidbits that offer a glimpse into the lesser-known aspects of this classic 1961 TV show. In the 1961 TV series Mr. Ed, the eponymous horse had a peculiar working relationship. Unlike typical animal actors, Mr. Ed wouldn't respond to his human co-stars. Only his trainer, Lester Hilton, held the reins of control. This unique dynamic required Hilton to be on set at all times, issuing commands or signaling with hand gestures to elicit the desired responses from the equine star. Adding to the distinctive nature of Mr. Ed, the horse was a golden palomino, known for its striking golden coat. This choice of breed not only contributed to Mr. Ed's visual appeal, but also showcased the careful selection made by the show's creators to bring a charismatic and photogenic character to the small screen. One surprising detail behind the scenes involves the show's theme tune. Jay Livingston initially sang the song as a demo, intending to secure a professional singer for the final version. However, the producers were captivated by Livingston's vocals and opted to retain his rendition for the show. This decision added a personal touch to the series and contributed to the overall charm of Mr. Ed. In the world of television, where the unexpected often occurs behind the scenes, the quirks of Mr. Ed's interactions and the golden elegance of his palomino presence stand out as memorable aspects of this classic 1961 series. And that's the untold story of how a horse, guided by his dedicated trainer, became the golden palomino star of a show with a theme tune unexpectedly sung by one of its creators. Mr. Ed remains a unique chapter in television history, where the unexpected and the charming converged for audiences of the early 60 seconds. As we bid farewell to the captivating world of Mr. Ed, let the echoes of Wilbur and his four-legged, eloquent companion resonate in the corridors of your memories. From the whimsical conversations in the barn to the comedic camaraderie that defined this 1961 TV series, Mr. Ed has left an indelible hoofprint on the landscape of classic television. As you navigate the maze of nostalgia, we invite you to take a moment and reflect on your personal connection with this timeless gem. Perhaps it's the infectious laughter triggered by Mr. Ed's clever quips or the subtle life lessons cleverly disguised in horseplay. Whatever the case, your reflections are the threads that weave the rich tapestry of Mr. Ed's enduring legacy. In the spirit of shared experiences, we encourage you to unravel your favorite memories, anecdotes, or musings about this iconic series. Your stories, much like Mr. Ed's sage advice, have the power to transcend time and connect us across the years. Share them with us, and let's celebrate the magic that happens when humor and heart converge in the unlikeliest of friendships. Thank you for joining us on this journey down memory lane, where a horse's wisdom became the unspoken narrator of our lives. Your time and reflections are the glue that binds us to the enchanting tale of Mr. Ed. Until we meet again in the realms of timeless storytelling, stay curious, stay connected, and keep the spirit of Mr. Ed alive in your heart.